And I welcome everyone everywhere. Those that we're coming to live here on YouTube, and those that are in this sacred space, our morning meditation room. I'm inviting you this morning to just greet the day with love. And the way we like to greet the day with love is simply to move into this space with warmth and with love. And we do it by simply practicing the mindful practice of just being quiet and still and allowing for the wisdom of spirit to expand itself. So this morning, I'm inviting you to simply breathe with me this morning and to breathe with our entire team as we anchor in the space of unconditional love. So we breathe. Our reading this morning comes from Your Needs Met, The Healing Nature of Spiritual Mind Treatment by Jack and Cornelia Addington. Our focus today is on debt, and the affirmation is, my debts become my assets. And in Romans chapter 13, verse 8, it says, I owe no man anything but to love one another. And here is the spiritual mind treatment or sacred prayer. I do not blame anyone for my debts. They were contracted by me of my own free will and through my own volition. Neither do I blame myself anymore. I now accept these debts as a challenge to use the creative and constructive power of God to meet seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Nothing is impossible to God, and nothing is too hard for God. I deny the power of seeming hindrance, such as age or lack of opportunity. I now discipline myself in keeping my eyes single to accept the creative intelligence, imagination, and power of God to bring into my experience the substance necessary with which to discharge my debts. I have no resentment towards my creditors. I now realize that they trusted me, and now, through the love of God, I am fulfilling the trust. These debts now become assets because through them I am taught the wonder and the power of God's creative life. I am patient, and I know that everyone whom I owe is patient with me in the payment of these debts. I am not overwhelmed by the seeming time that it may require in which to pay my debts. I walk with assurances, one step at a time, and in the depth of my spirit, I know that I am free now. I invite you to warm the field today. And as we're warming the field today, we allow for this energy and this vibration to rise in this area for sacred healing. This is the mindful practice of being still in the presence of the divine. Our reading this morning comes from Your Needs Met, The Healing Nature of Spiritual Mind Treatment by Jack and Cornelia Addington. Our theme today is debt, and the affirmation is, my debts become my assets. Our reading comes from Romans chapter 13, verse 8. Owe no man anything but to love one another. And here is the prayer that was created by Jack and Cornelia Addington. I'm going to call them reverends. They were reverends. They're our ancestors now. But their wisdom lives on for us to grow and embrace in. And it goes, or we start with these words. I do not blame anyone for my debts. They were contracted by me by my own free will and through my own volition. Neither do I blame myself anymore. I now accept these debts as a challenge to use the creative and constructive power of God to meet seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Nothing is impossible to God, and nothing is too hard for God. I deny the power of seeming hindrances, such as age or lack of opportunity. I now discipline myself to keep my eye single, to accept the creative intelligence and imagination and power of God to bring into my experience the substance necessary with which to discharge my debts. I have no resentment towards my creditors. I now realize that they trusted me, and now, through the love of God, I am fulfilling that trust. These debts now become assets because through them I am taught the wonder and the power of God's creative life. I am patient, and I now know that everyone whom I owe is patient with me in the payment of these debts. I am not overwhelmed by this seeming time that it may require in which to pay my debts. I walk with assurance, one step at a time, in the depths of my spirit, and I know that I am now free. And in this conscious awareness, we continue in the sacred knowingness today that the presence of the divine is everywhere, God fulfilling itself as the sacred blessing. So we take this moment and opportunity to bless each and every one of our creditors, anchoring and knowing perfect love. And as we know perfect love for them, we simply remember too that they are simply a mirror of who and what we are. And so, in this sacred space and in this time of grand rising and awareness, we honor that presence of light. And we're honoring the presence of light within every one of our bills. We're giving thanks for the wonderful trust and the wonderful blessings they afford. We give thanks for this opportunity to simply come together in this particular way to remember the truth and anchor in the truth. We give thanks for the convenience of the infinite fulfilling itself within our sacred travels, within the food that we consume. We give thanks for the wisdom of the divine shining forth and creating sacred spaces and sacred gifts, whether it is in our travel, within our entertainment, within our education, within the simplest of things, such as electricity, the clothes that we wear, or maybe perhaps it is the sacred space of the gift of life as shelter and as perfect love. I invite us all right now to focus on that gift of life. And as we're focusing on that gift of life, we allow for the infinite to expand its footprint of infinite good. And we acknowledge that infinite good as prosperity, as abundance, and we acknowledge it as all needs met. I'm inviting you to breathe that in today as your intention. And I invite you to anchor that regardless of your outer circumstances. And I'm inviting you to embrace this sacred awareness and allow it to go before you and allow it to pave the way, creating space for more good to grow and expand in your life and for all of humanity. Just sit with those words right now. Breathe it in to the heart space. And for those that are with me here within this sacred room, and even those that are right there on YouTube, I invite you to affirm these words through your spoken voice or by typing in these words. And so it is. And now it is. Amen, Amen, and Ashe.
And so it is, and now it is. Amen, Amen, and Ashe.
I wanted to put my glasses on so that I could see you very clearly. And that includes those that I'm seeing right now there on YouTube. I thank you for joining us for morning meditation. We conduct morning meditations or come together for morning meditation 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. So we're inviting you to come and to be with us. I see there are people that are typing in the chat, Amen, Amen, and Ashe. And these are just simply words to anchor us and to anchor the power of what we've experienced within us. But I'm inviting you to come and join us. You can join us within our Zoom room those 6 days a week. And you can also join us on Sundays for Sunday Power Talk and Prayer. This is an online ministry, and this online ministry is dedicated to bringing forth spiritual practices that will empower you in a practical way within your life. Come back and spend more time with us. We love and we appreciate you. And I'm knowing that your day is the best day you've ever had. Peace and blessings.